close it now. You can make me talk outside all the time.
Is that more or less what you were looking for from today?
Yeah, I think a very professional performance. 2-0, clean sheet at home, 3 points, job done definitely from that point of view. Especially when you consider the week that some players have had. When you look at, I never use this as an excuse, but players travel all over the world. Some of the highs that some players have experienced this week to try and then go again. I think that was a real, as I say, professional performance. I think when you look at the game on the whole, if we took a couple of chances a wee bit earlier, we maybe would have had a bit more of a comfortable ending towards the game. But whilst it was 2-0, the opposition have always got a chance. We've been in that position before this season, and the next goal, if it does come, is really important. And thankfully, Rafa makes a huge save at a big time as well. That allows us to get over the line probably a lot more comfortable than if that had went in. The momentum might have shifted. So big moments in the game, but I do think we were well on top and deserved to win the game. So delighted for the players because of fully deserved.
Pleased for Kieran as well, David, to get back on the score sheet.
Yes, very much so. Kieran's strikers to get confidence from scoring goals clearly, but I've had a lot of conversations with Kieran recently about what he actually does for the team. So it's not just the scoring goal side. I know that's what you get judged on, strikers a lot of the time is goals scored, but unselfish work he does for the team that I certainly see the players certainly benefit from. But that will definitely do his confidence a world of good as well. Especially, the chance he actually takes is a really difficult one. But he creates it himself, a great touch and finish, off the back of a disappointing chance that he missed. So that's the real positive for me, is that he's putting himself in positions again. That's the most important thing. Make sure he keeps putting himself there after. If you miss one, it doesn't matter. You keep putting yourself there again, and the chances will keep coming. So delighted for him, and he can hopefully now kick on from there.
And you talked about speaking to him as well. There's that kind of on the back of obviously the disappointment of not being included in that Scotland squad, just reinforcing the positives of what he's done.
Yeah, I think so. But that was a really easy conversation for me and Kieran. I think, and Kieran knows that himself, because I've been quite consistently saying that there's a lot more to come for Kieran. He burst onto the scene this season, and people said a lot of positive things about him because of his level of performance, and rightly so, because he was playing to a very high level. He is still young. He's 22-year-old. There's a lot of improvement still to come from him. And performances like today is what he needs to put in as regular as he can, scoring goals, affecting the game. And for all the young players in Scotland, it's something we spoke about yesterday, is the carrot now of what could potentially be at the end of the season if you're doing well for your clubs in international football and World Cup coming up. So he'll certainly benefit from that, but he also, I say it all the time, he's a really hard working, humble boy that knows he's got a long way to go and a long journey ahead to try and even think about that next step for him.
Make of Josh Mulligan today as well.
I think Josh is what he always is. So he's a real powerhouse in the middle of the pitch, controls the way he runs with the ball, the work he goes through within the game. I thought the three of them, I wouldn't want to single anybody out in the midfield. I thought the three of them complemented each other really well. That's that's the second game in a row actually. I thought the midfield have done really well, the way we're asking them to play, how they're playing within the game. The running power of Josh is something that we're definitely benefiting from in central areas when he runs beyond from there, but he's then got the fitness to get back in. But I do think the blending there at the minute's working well, and it's great to have that. And also when you look at who we're able to bring off the bench today, good to get Dylan Levitt minutes, Joe Newell back in the squad today, Miguel should be fit come Tuesday hopefully, but at the same time definitely within a week or so. So and Alassane Mane, another player that can play in the middle of the pitch, so we have got real depth within that area. So competition's there for everybody as well, and I think it's a good problem for me to have when I'm thinking about team selection.
Just say, when you look at Dan in there, you've seen a lot of players come to Scotland, they just look shell-shocked by him. Are you surprised at how quickly he's adapted?
No, I'm not actually, and that's not doing him a disservice. I think he's played at a very high level down south. He's a real honest boy. I got that impression from him really early when speaking to him before he signed, and then just straight after he signed, about what he wants to do, where he sees himself playing, and what I've seen that we believe adds to this group, which is his calmness on the ball, his range of passing, but also his discipline within the middle of the pitch. And I think now he's getting fitter, because he's not played a lot of football this season. He'd had a pre-season, but not a lot of minutes in pre-season, and he can't replicate that intensity in games that he's now benefiting from playing week in, week out. And he's someone that's used to having played Saturday, Tuesday, for example, that he can keep putting out big performances, and he's certainly been a good addition for that.
I think there was a lot to do in the game, but Rafa came up with two kind of worldy saves. I think.
Two big saves, yeah. At important times, that's what we're just talking about there. That within the game, you know, you could feel like there's not much happening, especially the first half. Frustration from my point of view, maybe chances were missed and maybe go and kill the game off, and then you know if it goes 3-0, it's a very different game. But whilst it was 2-0, everybody needs to make sure that you're doing your job, and obviously give away a really sloppy free kick at the edge of the box, and then Rafa pulls out a big save at the back post, and then the other one, obviously when he comes off, is the one from the back post as well. Two big saves at big times. You have to rely on your goalkeeper at times, and thankfully he was there to step up.
It seems like he wants to start counter attacks as well, because he does look for that quick ball.
He does. His distribution is excellent. I think that's something that clear for everybody to see. He's very comfortable with the ball at his feet. He is. He does put his eyes at the pitch very quickly when we win it back. But the flip side to that is we've got players that can then really hurt people on transition. Martin Boyle, Thibaut, Ellie. Speed on the counter. When you do win the ball back, you need to be thinking forward. Can you score as quick as you possibly can? And if you can do it in one pass rather than 20 passes, I'd much rather see that. But having the quality to be able to execute it's the next thing, and he's certainly got that.
That's all I think.
Cheers, guys.